I love how this guy just went to haha they are laughing at you, and just stopped having an argument.
Take a closer look at the typing style. It's a woman.
Identify roasty by typing style. Can't notice, please teach me wizard senpai.
Empathic, mentally submissive typing style with heavy reference to social opinion or identification with the interest of peers. Optimistic disposition that quickly sullies into knee-jerk irrational anger when challenged. Typically resorts to social shaming as intellectual defense. Look closely, her reactions bear all the hallmarks.
When I thought I could not get more enlightened, internet mages give me yet more data. English is not my first language, can you explain each one? And if you don't mind, how old are you and when did you notice it?
Each of her replies with an explanation, in order.
It isn't society's fault that these shooters end up being angry man babies who spaz out and murder people. These kids don't want to work and become decent people, so they shoot the innocent kids who did work. School shooters aren't victims. They are angry babies throwing a tantrum because they are too lazy to be normal.
Emotional gratuity, characterized by exaggeration responses, spaz. Inability to identify with male problems because it's a woman. Baby man-child insults, maternally based shaming.
Those people are still more decent than you. Most people are decent. So are shitty like you.
Faith in humanity / blind optimism, characteristic of woman. Reference to external social group as a moral validation while shaming the outsider. Characteristically female, they act like flock animals.
I don't even know what you are trying to say. Talking to idiots is frustrating.
Inability to articulate a rational argument outside of social pressures. Appeal to group as ethical moral validation. Inability to trade hard insults on instead give soft ones. Idiot instead of a more masculine shithead or the like.
You sound like a typical angry neckbeard. Fun fact, those people do more good in the world than you.
The first line of defense for roasties is neckbeard. Again, we see the blind optimism / reference to external group for intellectual and ethical validation. Attempts to discredit the poster on social rather than intellectual grounds.
I did not realize you were also a fundamentalist. Needs do absolutely nothing good for the world.
In line with their childlike nature, many left-identifying women now intensely hate religion and the Catholic Church, which they associate with sex negativity. Will resort to fedora arguments about 10 billion people getting killed during their crusades if pressed, etc. Bringing up religion in a positive way, like most off-limit boundaries, is guaranteed to elicit shaming. You might also notice that women typically deal in black and whites and there's no exception.
They are probably laughing at you.
Social-based shaming, the worst form of insult for most women. Women are pack animals and rely strongly on their perception of the group or cool kids, etc. to define what they think as wrong or right. Because they want to be liked socially and have life on easy mode, they typically view the entire world as a welcoming in-group. This is because women can easily fuck their way into any form of group, culture or society, while men are required to marry in, which takes more time and effort. Because of the idealization or positive image of the social group, they identify with the behavior of socially attractive or high-value men as ethical, unless it harms them directly. Combined with the fact that most women are inherently outgoing and friendly due to their role in childbearing, they are normally oblivious to any kind of injustice. Because most of their life involves in-group thinking and intentional bias, they react very strongly to challenge and quickly lose composure if actually forced to intellectually defend their ideas on a rational basis. The default is social shaming, but most women aren't capable of truly throwing demeaning insults in order to keep social status. They normally rely on male accommodation to their interests on threat of sexual cutoff. As a result of these factors, female typing style is interpersonally submissive and normally relies on raising questions and understanding their counterpart emotionally, with more humor. I can't say for absolute certain that is 100% a female, but the typing style strongly suggests it. Also, many words in the English language are used almost exclusively by females. This is harder to detect if you have a non-English speaker. Many Swedes, not even joking, come off as strongly female when typing English.